traffic is awful. It's supposed to take us 20 minutes to go 5 miles.
Yeah, okay, so it took like 20 years for us to get here, but we're finally here. Friday night, it's gonna be lit. Bye.
I think you should get that one. Just gross.
Thanks for coming back to my channel. So a couple weeks ago, my sister and I went to NCComicCon. I completely forgot to do this video. Like, I took a bunch of footage and stuff, but I completely forgot to do this video until like a couple of days ago when I finally unpacked. But I just wanted to go over like some of my favorite things about the convention, how it was, some things that I saw, cosplay and all that good stuff. So, yeah. So for this weekend, I decided that for cosplay wise, I wanted to do like a Green Lantern weekend, because Green Lantern is like my all-time favorite comic book ever. Like, I grew up with it and it's like brought a lot of joy to me in my life. So for cosplaying, I decided that I was going to be Fatality Star Sapphire, Soranik Natu, the Yellow Lantern version, a regular Green Lantern. I was just going to bring my like regular Green Lantern suit, and then I was also going to be Bleez. Like, people, when I went out on the con floor, people kept saying Bleez, like, yeah, and so like I always thought her name was Bleez, but apparently I was very wrong. But that happens. I mean, like, it's okay. But yeah, I decided to have a lantern weekend and I thought it was really fun. So yeah. For Friday, I was Star Sapphire Fatality. I actually made this costume like last year. But last year, no one really knew who I was. Like, people kept thinking, like, I got all these crazy ideas. Like, someone thought I was, like, a Power Ranger. Like, the pink Power Ranger. I also got one of the villains from Captain Planet. I'm not sure what their name was, but whatever. But like this here was kind of cool because like I had one person say that in like 13 years of going to conventions and stuff that I was the only Star Sapphire like lantern that they have ever seen cosplayed, and I thought that that was really cool. Anyway, and so on Saturday I was the Yellow Lantern version of Sora Niknatu, which is Sinestro's daughter. And I got a lot of compliments on that, especially since for that particular costume I have yellow contacts. And then on Sunday I was Bleez. I was planning on doing the cosplay contest, but I got so nervous. Like I just could not do it. And yeah. So all of my costumes I make myself. Like I spend a lot of time and money and effort into making all of my own costumes. So like, but Bleez, like I made it specifically for this convention, and it was actually my first time making wings. It was my first time making a cowl. I think it was also my first time making proper gloves for myself too. So it was like a lot of firsts. And yeah, I did happen to have like a couple of wardrobe mishaps with the cowl. But all in all, I think it turned out to be a pretty solid costume. I got a lot of compliments on it, and a lot of people were like really excited to see like a red lantern walking around. So yeah. I saw a lot of really cool like cosplayers and stuff walking around. One of my favorites was probably the guy from Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. Like I did not expect to see a costume from that like at all. So getting to see him was like really cool. I know like at past conventions and stuff, like I always promise myself I'm gonna go to the cosplay contest, and then something happens and I chicken out and don't do it. But this time I actually went, and I'm so excited because I did, because like I saw some like really cool stuff that like there was like this one girl who I don't know what her costume was, but she wore this giant ball gown. Like it was huge. You could tell that she had worked really hard on this costume, and she needed like 3 people to help get her, like to help move her around like on stage and around the convention. So like that was incredible to see. For the first time in like a couple of years, we actually went to a couple of panels, and to be honest, like we only went to 2 on Saturday. We went to Blurred and the Roast of Thanos. The Blurred panel was really cool. They had the founder and creator of BlurredCon there to talk about the convention and what it means to be a blurred, and like how everybody defines being a blurred, and just yeah, BlurredCon looks fun. I kind of want to go. It looked really like litty titty, but I don't know, like we'll just have to see, since it's all the way in like DC, which is kind of far for me, but we'll have to see. And then like the Roast of Thanos later that night was really fun, because I don't know if it was like an improv troupe or it was just a bunch of friends like being funny with each other, but it was like like you could tell like they knew each other before the panel, and that was actually pretty fun. I would highly recommend going to see them if they ever do anything like that again. I feel like, so usually we spend a lot of time in the artist alley and the dealer's room, and I feel like this year there wasn't much to look at in terms of diversity, except for 2 people. There were 2 Kickstarters, and I'll put them both down in the description because I can't remember what they're called right now, but there were 2 Kickstarters that really caught my attention. One of which was a card game dating sim, which was Like, I've never heard of that before. Like, we play a lot of dating sims and a lot of, questionable games. So, like, because, like, what drew me to, like, this particular Kickstarter was the fact that, like, there was a lot of people to choose from in this particular dating simulator. Would it even be a simulator if it's a card game? I don't think so. But I'm gonna call it a dating sim simply because it's, you know, in that genre. But, like, the other Kickstarter was actually my favorite part of the entire convention. They were a metal band that is based on comic books. I think I'm describing them correctly. And, like, I pride myself in being a metalhead, so, like, seeing them was actually really cool. And so I go up to their booth, and I was like, do you mind if I listen to your stuff? And he's like, oh, and they were like, okay, that's fine. And so I listened to a sample of their work, and I was like, this sounds really, like, 80s inspired. Like, I can definitely tell that there's that kind of influence. And the guy's like, yeah, this particular song is, like, stylized after, like, Alice Cooper. And I'm like, oh, sick, man, that's cool. And there were two guys. There was the bassist and the guitarist. And so the bassist, the younger guy, was like, what's the latest album that you've listened to, so we can get, like, a better idea of, like, maybe if our band is, like, a good fit for you. And I was just like, I thought about it, and I was like, you know, the last album I listened to was The Serpent and the Sphere by Outlaw. The guy was just like, and I was like, I'm sorry, like, was that wrong? And he's like, no, that's really cool. And the other guy, who was a little older, the guitarist, was like, yeah, I don't know who that is. And so the younger guy explained to them, like, it's a black metal band, and all that stuff. And the guitarist looks at me, he's like, wow, you have more metal cred than I do. And I was like, oh my god, I'm actually getting a little recognition, that's cool. But, like, they were, like, really cool, and, like, I kept talking to them throughout the convention, and, like, I'm really down for their idea, and, like, I hope to support them in the future. So now that we got, like, all of that out of the way, I wanted to go over the things that I actually bought at the convention. So, yeah, let's get into that. Okay, so over the course of the convention, like, I got, like, a bit of stuff. I've noticed that ever since I was a kid, like, I buy less and less stuff from the dealer's room and more things from the actual artist alley, which, you know, is pretty good, right? So, first, my sister got me this Booster Gold. It'd probably look better if I took it out of the pack. Got me this Booster Gold print. And we decided that I would get Booster Gold and my sister would get Blue Beetle. And then we're going to hang them in our houses and be the best dynamic duo of all time. But I also got this Outlaw Star print of Jean and Melfina. And I really like this show. It's one that I really grew up with. And yeah, I thought it was, like, really cool. Ta-da! Then there was, like, this one artist that does oil paints. I don't remember his name, but, like, I saw this adorable Squirtle painting that he had. And yeah, I just went ham and I bought 4 more paintings. So I got Boo, Grimmjow, Jaggerjack, which is my favorite character of all time. And then I got Cuphead and Mugman. Ta-da! Yeah, last but not least, I also got this Bull City Comic-Con commemorative shirt. Ta-da! I actually got it for my boyfriend, but, like, he hasn't gotten it yet because I was trying to save it for this video. So, yeah, now that this video is done, he can have the shirt. So yeah, that's what I got for you guys. I will see you guys in the next video, which will probably be eventually. So I'm glad you stuck with me, and I'll see you next time. Hey guys, if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you really liked this video, please hit the subscribe button below. See ya!